Hello and welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
And I'm Hanny.
And thanks for coming to spend some time with us as we look at our Trends and Fads unit for this month. Now, as we all know, a lot of us are spending a lot of our time on social media these days.
But along with having fun living much of our lives online comes some risk or danger. Basically, anything you put on the internet can be seen by other people. That's just a basic internet safety rule to remember. Most of the time, most of us have no problem with this. We're just ordinary people. We are not famous. We are not sharing anything that anyone would really be that interested in, right?
That is true, absolutely. But once in a while, we do have some trouble and meet up with a hacker or some other kind of problem on the internet. And then there are just the fake accounts of people on social media sites. These accounts look like they are actual people, and they even share information and share pictures just like real people do, but they're not. They're out there to confuse you, lie to you, and spread bad information or fake news around.
So, for the next few days, our article will give us some advice on how to protect ourselves. First though, before we begin reading, let's check out our new vocabulary. 好，今天的课文要来看一段对话。Vivian 看到 Shane 在他的脸书上的贴文，可能是要跟他借钱或是请他汇钱之类的。然后 Shane 就解释说，那不是他 PO 的啦。那同学们应该都猜到了吧 ？Shane 他被盗账号了，那他的私人资讯可能会被窃取账号的那个人拿去使用，所以 Vivian 就建议他最好要马上举报这件事。好，来看今天会用到的4个单字，第一个是 media。Media 它是名词，表示媒体，像脸书啊、IG 等等，它们都是属于社群媒体，我们就可以用 social media 来指社群媒体。那么注意 ，media 它是 medium 的复数形，例如 Instagram is one of the most popular social media platforms. Instagram is one of the most popular social media platforms. Instagram 是最受欢迎的社群媒体平台之一。第二个单词 post， 它可以当名词来表达贴文，也可以当动词来表达发文。像同学们应该都会说，或是有听到人家这样说 po 文章，那个 po 就是来自这个字咯。好，我们先用名词来造句。The post has been deleted. The post has been deleted. 那篇贴文已经被删掉了。好，再来看动词的例句。She rarely posts on Facebook.She rarely posts on Facebook. 她很少在脸书上面发文。第三个单字 private， 它是指私人的、隐私的，那它是个形容词。例如 The restaurant will be closed tonight for a private event. The restaurant will be closed tonight for a private event. 那间餐厅今晚有私人聚会包场，不对外营业哦。第4个单字 report， 它有报告、报道的意思。不过在课文里面，它是当动词来表达举报啊、告发、揭发等等。例如 John cheated on the test. One of his classmates reported him to the teacher. John cheated on the test. One of his classmates reported him to the teacher. John 考试作弊，他的其中一个同学就向老师揭发他。好，那现在看完单字例句，我们来读课文吧。
Vivian and Shane are checking their social media accounts.
I just saw your post on my Facebook account. If you really need money, you can just ask me in person.
What are you talking about? I did no such thing.
If you didn't post this, then who did?
I think someone hacked my account and replaced it with a fake one.
Explanation 1.
Okay, so day 1 and day 2 of our Trends and Fads unit will be a dialogue between two characters as they talk about how they use social media and any problems they might have run into online. The title of the unit for this month is Fake Accounts on the Rise.
好，我们的课文标题是 Fake accounts on the rise， 日益严重的假账号问题。那网络是现代人不可或缺的一部分，可是这也衍生出很多问题啊，像是假账号啊、骇客、假新闻、诈骗等等，我们在网络上真的要很谨慎。好，那么补充一下 account 这个字表示账号，那么 fake account 就是假账号咯。再来学 hack 这个动词，它可以表达入侵，像是入侵电脑系统，在后面加 er 变 hacker 就是骇客的意思。
Okay, before we begin the dialogue, let's learn more about the term on the rise, because I can see that it is our first grammar point of the day.
大家好，我是 Daphne。今天的第一则文法是 on the rise， 意思是上升、增加。on 是介系词，意思是处于点点点状态。rise 是名词，意思是上升、增加。我们来看一个例句。Cybercrime is on the rise. 网络犯罪正在增加。
So let's meet our two characters and find out what they are up to. The setup sentence tells us Vivian and Shane are checking their social media accounts. Okay, sounds like something that people do millions of times each day, all around the world. Media is also one of our vocabulary words, and this means a way to communicate and share information, especially when we talk about TV, radio, newspapers, things like that.
Yeah, and so Vivian begins the dialogue by saying to Shane, I just saw your post on my Facebook account. Ah, okay, so Shane recently put or posted something to Vivian's Facebook account. To post is just to put something onto the internet that other people will then be able to see or read. We use this verb or noun to talk about the things that we put on social media websites mostly.
And back in our dialogue, Vivian continues, If you really need money, you can just ask me in person. Interesting. Apparently, Shane's post was about borrowing some money from Vivian. I guess he needs a loan, maybe. 好 ，Shane 在 Vivian 的脸书上面有 po 文，可能是要借钱吧。那我们用到 loan 这个字就表示借款、贷款的意思。
Yeah, well, Vivian thinks that Shane's post was about getting a loan or borrowing money, but I'm not sure that's quite right because Shane seems quite confused by what Vivian just said to him. Because Shane replies, What are you talking about? I did no such thing. Now looks like someone has been spreading false information around using Shane's Facebook account without him knowing about it.
Yeah, that's not good. And it also wouldn't be good if we continued with our dialogue without stopping for our second grammar point, which comes from that last sentence we read.
第二则文法是 I did no such thing， 意思是我没有做这种事。Did 是及物动词 do 做的过去式 No 是形容词，意思是没有的 Such 也是形容词，意思是这样的 Thing 是名词，意思是事情。我们来看一个例句 The report says I spread the rumor, but I did no such thing. 报道说我散播谣言，但我没有做这种事。
So Vivian has just seen a post from Shane's Facebook account where he was asking her, and maybe other people too, if he could borrow some money from them.
But the problem is that Shane never wrote or posted anything like that.
And so Vivian is a bit confused. The message was posted right there on her Facebook account. She can see it. So back in the dialogue, she then asks, If you didn't post this, then who did?
Well, even if Shane doesn't know exactly who posted this, he has some idea of what has happened. He tells Vivian, I think someone hacked my account and replaced it with a fake one. 好，那篇文章并不是 Shane po 的，那会是谁呢？ Shane 就认为说有人入侵他的账号，然后还把它换成假账号了。这边一个补充单字 replace 就可以表达取代、代换、替换的意思。Yes, I think that's exactly what happened here, Shane. This is not good.
No, it certainly isn't. And we'll find out what Shane decides to do about it after we get back from our break. See you soon.
That's bad. The person who did this can now see and use your private information.
Yeah, and they can cause me serious problems.
You had better report this right away.
You're right. Thanks.
Explanation 2.
So, Shane, you've been hacked, my friend. It's not good, but it is one of the risks you take when you do things on social media. The good thing is that it doesn't really happen that often. The bad thing is that, well, it does happen.
Yeah, it does happen. So Shane has seen this fake message that was sent from his Facebook account. He knows that he has definitely been hacked. And so Vivian says, "That's bad." It sure is. And she adds, "The person who did this can now see and use your private information." That's right. Not only can they send messages from your account, but they can also see all your other messages from the past, your pictures. They can change your settings and do almost anything they want.
Absolutely. By the way, the word private, which we saw there, means something that is only for you, okay? The opposite would be public, something that everyone can see. Something private is only for you. Sure, you can tell your private information to other people, your friends, family, close people like that, but it's not something everyone knows because it's just for you or your friends. It's private. Now, Shane, he understands that this is not something he can just ignore. He says, "Yeah, and they could cause me serious problems." Yes, they definitely could. Like, what if they send rude messages to his boss, his teacher, or his grandmother? Hi! He would have a lot of explaining to do. That wasn't me. I was hacked.
So Vivian's advice is very clear. She says, you had better report this right away. Yes, get in touch with Facebook and let them know. Well, to report something is to tell someone about it. For example, if someone commits a crime, either against you or even if you just see it happen, you should report the crime to the police.
Yeah, absolutely. Just tell someone with the power or the ability to help you in some way. And we'll learn more about this whole idea because we can see that it's also time for our third grammar point of the day.
第三则文法是 somebody had better 加原形动词，意思是某人最好做某事。had better 是动词片语，意思是最好，后方要接原形动词哦，用来建议某人最好做某事。我们来看个例句。You had better get a haircut before appearing on television. 你最好先剪个头发再上电视吧。
Okay, Vivian's advice to Shane was to report to Facebook that someone had hacked his account. He should do this quickly to try to stop the hacker before they do anything else.
Yeah, definitely. So after hearing Vivian's advice, Shane finishes our dialogue for today by saying to her, "You're right. Thanks." Yes, Vivian is 100% right. Report it to someone anytime you notice that you have been hacked on social media. Okay, thanks for joining us, everyone. But remember, we're just getting started. We'll have lots more useful information about how to be safe on social media coming in the next 2 days of our Trends and Fads unit. We hope that you can all come back to join us for those. Until then, be well, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Fake accounts on the rise. Vivian and Shane are checking their social media accounts.
I just saw your post on my Facebook account. If you really need money, you can just ask me in person.
What are you talking about? I did no such thing.
If you didn't post this, then who did?
I think someone hacked my account and replaced it with a fake one.
That's bad. The person who did this can now see and use your private information.
Yeah, and they can cause me serious problems.
You had better report this right away.
You're right. Thanks.
Hello 大家好，我是 Hanny， 欢迎收看我们1分钟的单元。在这1分钟的时间里面，我们要复习4个单字，还会造句练习。同学们，您都准备好了没？好，1分钟计时，开始。第一个单字是媒体，媒体要怎么说呢？叫做 media。media 像社群媒体，我们就会说 social media。好，那特别注意 media 这个字其实是 medium 的复数形。例如 According to local media, the accident was caused by a drunk driver. 根据当地媒体啊，那一起意外事故是由一位酒驾的这个驾驶造成的。好，第二单字呢，它可以表达是贴文、发文、po 文。好，这个字可以当名词或当动词，它叫做 post。post， 我们先用名词造句。Have you checked out my latest post？ 你有看我最新的 po 文吗？那我们用动词造句。I posted a selfie on Facebook this morning. 我今天早上 po 一张自拍照 ，selfie 就是自拍照。好，第三个单字它是形容词，形容私人的、隐私的，它叫做 private。The hotel has its own private beach. 那间旅馆它有自己的私人海滩。第4个单字它可以指报告、报道，可是也可以当动词来表达举报、告知的意思，它叫做 report。report 我们是用可恶，我们要用动词造句。They reported him to the police. 他们向警方告发他。好啦，可惜，我们差一个例句而已。那不管怎么样，下次再一起加油哦。我们下次见了，拜拜。
Atayal Museum was built in 2005. It shows Atayal life and culture. The Atayal tribe is Taiwan's 3rd largest tribe. The museum has 3 floors. The first floor teaches Atayal history. Atayal weapons and everyday items are on the 2nd floor. Up on the 3rd floor are handmade Atayal clothes. There are guided tours every day. This is a great place to experience the spirit of the Atayal people.
See you next time.